What's going on, guys? Vibes here, and today I am bringing you another video, and this is going to be my it's going to be a story about my trip to Washington D.C., which is why I really haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, even though I was only gone for 5 days. I was trying to upload a video in that time, but like the internet where I was at sucked worse than third world economies, so that is why I could not upload, and that joke was totally uncalled for. So yeah, and so like I said, this is just gonna be a story about my trip to DC. I do not know. I may put in pictures of what happened, like all the stuff, and then something that I did that is really illegal. Yes, illegal, not legal, illegal. So we're just gonna get into the game, trying to twitch dope with the SPR again. I know someone said to stick to it. Thanks for the advice, but I'm not giving up. I am also playing with a boy named Foxtrot. I don't think I have the settings on where you can hear him, but he said he wasn't gonna talk for this video, but I will have him in another video. Go Ohio State for sure. Then I have my McLovin emblem, and I'm McLovin it. Also, another announcement to make. We have made the rough draft of the Overload logo, and mine looks terrible, but my friend made one. And my friend made it for me, and I'm paying him to make one in Photoshop too. Then Chaos Overload has one. Here, I'll show you what they look like. I'm not going to show you mine, because mine is awful. Chaos Overloads, where is he? His looks like that. That is pretty dope, if you ask me. I think it is really sick, and like everyone's going to be customizing them to their own ability. So yeah, definitely will be cool. Also, I am a little sick right now, which is why I'm coughing in the video. But I'm just going to make one anyway, so I guess let's just start this up. So yeah, trip to DC. It all started off with I had to go to my cousin's wedding, which went pretty well. It was really nice where we were at. I may put up a video on the, or a picture on the screen of what it looked like, and I thought it was pretty awesome. So we went there. That took like a night and 2 days. Like we arrived. I never put the bots on. God dang it! I hate my life. I hate my life. So. Yeah, we got there on a Friday night at like, well, technically it was Saturday because it was at like midnight when we got there, and then we had the wedding the next day, and we stayed another night, and when that was over, we went to DC, and we stayed at this hotel that's literally in the center of everything. Like, it's 2 blocks from the Natural History Museum, 4 blocks from the archives, and it's like 3-4 blocks away from the White House. So we stayed there, and like the hotel sucks. It literally has black mold on the ceiling, but the beds are so comfortable, and it has like the greatest air conditioner ever. And we were only staying there for like a few days, so like we didn't care, because it wouldn't take. Can't believe I just died. Because it wouldn't take that long. So. Yeah, pretty crappy hotel, I'm not gonna lie. It smelled like death and had cat pee stains on the carpet. No, I'm joking about that part, but that would have been funny if it did. But why am I using that? I'm supposed to be using the SPR. So yeah, we stayed there. And, so basically getting into everything I did. First off, I didn't even go to a single monument for some reason, but I've already been to DC, so I've already seen a lot of the monuments. So that wasn't too big of a deal for me, but I got to see, I went to the Air and Space Museum again, I went to the Natural History Museum again, and I went to the American History Museum. I think I'm missing one, not sure. Oh yeah, I went to the archives, I went to Arlington National Cemetery, and I got to watch the changing of the guard, and like, it gives you a whole, no pun intended, different vibe. No pun intended, like I said. It was pretty powerful, if you ask me. And, so, that was a really cool experience. And, so I guess I'll just start off with the, the Natural History Museum. So we went there, and we got to see some of the craziest sea life type things ever. Like, just things from like so long ago. Sorry, I had to restart that, guys, and I just heard that someone that my brother graduated died of heroin, so do not ever do drugs. It's really bad. So anyway, back to the video. So yeah, I got to see a bunch of crazy sea life, which I thought was really sweet. I don't know if that stuff interests you, but it gets way more interesting and scary at the end of the video. Well, not at the end, but somewhere in the vid. So yeah, I went there. I also got to see the Hope Diamond. If you don't know what that is, I think it's like the largest diamond ever found. I've seen that before too, but still really cool to see. Then I went to the American history of like museum. I don't know, American History Museum, I'll just call it. And I got to see a lot of stuff from there. I got to see Muhammad Ali's boxing gloves. I got to see the Apple II, like their second computer that they ever made, which I've seen one before, but it was still pretty sweet seeing. And screw you, Foxtrot. And yeah, that was really cool to see too. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. And what else did I get to see? Oh yeah, I got to see like what's it? I got to see Ben Franklin's walking cane. I don't think I took a picture of that though. Sorry. So yeah, then moving on to the at the Natural History Museum, I also got to see 2 IMAX shows. One of them was like underwater life, and then the next one was like about dinosaurs, and they were pretty cool. And no, it wasn't like some retarded show for 5-year-olds. It was like they were really cool. And so moving on to the archives, I just did that no scope double. At the archives, I got to see. Well, the archives is where some of the nations, some of the U.S. I don't know. I have foreign viewers, but like where America's like most prized documents and stuff are held. So I got to see the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution, but you are not allowed to take photos because I have to trick shot because you can damage the documents due to like camera flashes and all that. So they just don't want to get them ruined, which I can kind of understand. So I got to see that, and then the National Air and Space Museum was really cool. I got to see the Wright brothers glider, not their plane, but their first glider. Then I got to see like the Spirit of St. Louis, which Charles Lindbergh flew over like the English Channel. Pretty sure. I'm sorry, it's summer. My brain shut off 6 months ago. Anyways, so yeah, that was really cool to see. And I got to see some like World War II bombers and stuff. I also got to see 2 IMAX shows there and 2 planetarium shows, which are all really cool as well. So yeah, that's how my tour for the museums went. And so now to Arlington National Cemetery. So Arlington National Cemetery is where like a lot of soldiers are buried, like ones that I think have died in war and ones that are just in war. Well, I mean they just were able to be buried there. And that was, like I said, whole different vibe. No pun intended there. Just it's like walking. It's like a Field of Dreams type thing almost, if you know what that is. Like with the baseball players, how they like come out of the cornfields, like their spirits at night and all that crap. Especially how that, basically how I thought it was like. And I got to see as you may also know, that John F. Kennedy, our president, was buried there along with his family. So I got to see him. I got to see the internal flame, which was lit by his wife. God, I'm like a whole history lesson today, but it gets better, trust me. And then I got to see the changing of the guard, which I may pop up a video right here for you to see. I'm not sure. I took it on my iPod and it wasn't really that nicely recorded. So yeah, I got that. And then I took a tour on a trolley. If you don't know what those are, I don't even know how to explain what a trolley is, but I took a tour on that. I want to do it on a people mover just because, that was really cool too. That's actually what took us to Arlington National Cemetery. So now this is just a little bonus of like everything else that I saw. So there are a lot of homeless people in Washington, D.C. I don't know why. There just are. They're everywhere. And actually, the other time I had gone to D.C., some homeless dude chased my family into an elevator, which sadly did not happen this time, where that would have been a nice story to tell. We did see a lot of homeless people. They would always, I mean, I'm not making fun of them. I'm not trying to, because, like, I feel bad for them and all. But I just have to tell stories just because. And, one homeless guy, he asked, like, you have change? We said, no, sorry. You just hear him mumble something. He's like, stupid. Can't say it, but the N-word, you know what that is. And, I thought that was really funny. Because a lot of them, like, I'm not all of them, but I mean a lot of times, like, they're basically just cons and like they're not really homeless. Maybe they are homeless, but they just use the money to get drugs, which is pretty obvious to me and maybe some of you guys. And the bot is going to last, so I'm probably going to cut this to another vid. But yeah, so they told us a few N-words, sadly. It was pretty weird. And then I got like some New York style pizza, which is, oh my god, it was so good. And I thought it was pretty funny because when we were going to the Air and Space Museum, so like I said, we were walking back from this pizza place to the Air and Space Museum, and all of a sudden we see and hear a bunch of flashing lights. Oh wait, no, I can't even say that yet, because before that was so, well, we had seen the flashing lights and all, and we were walking, but it was on like a weird street that we hadn't been on yet, and like we were walking up to it, and all of a sudden, god dang, that was a beautiful hit marker shot. All of a sudden, my dad, I went down, I was like, Dad, no! And he steps on a dead bird. And it was huge. I was laughing so hard, and the dude on a bicycle came by, and he was laughing hard. That was really funny. And, like, it was funny because it was just a dead bird in the middle of a sidewalk. However that's possible, I don't know, but it was funny. So, yeah, so we started walking up, and we saw the police tape and all that, and we had no clue what it was, but it was surrounding, like, the Court of Appeals thing, I'm pretty sure. And that was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and I kid you not, I swear to God, this is the exact truth. Every 7 minutes, there is a siren in DC. That's not facts, but I literally heard a siren, like, every 7 minutes when I was not in a museum. It was beyond me how insane that was. And there's a There's a statistic that there are only 400,000 people that live in DC and 2 million that come there for work, which is pretty insane numbers. Do the math, that's 1.6 million that come there for work. So, well, I mean like combined total. There's not 2 million that come there for work, but combined total. And that is pretty funny. Like, it's a pretty funny fact because it's just weird. And so that I thought that would be a cool thing to share. And so then, like, we walked past the crime scene and we never really learned what happened. I'm thinking that, like, it was just they had to block it off because there was some important case going on or something like that. But I never know. I never saw anything in the news the next day, and I was checking everything out. So yeah, never found out about that. I really would have liked to. So like I said, we never did learn anything about that, but we kept walking, and I was like, I've never said anything, but I have really bad stomach problems, and like I think I'm lactose intolerant or something like that. I just have really bad stomach problems. Like I said, that was a legit repeat of last game, and so like all of a sudden it just did I just get twitched up by the same bot twice? Oh no, but all of a sudden just this huge stomach ache hit me out of nowhere. I was like, oh god. I looked at my dad. I was like, I need to go. So like we see this weird building, and we go in it, and we had to go through a bunch of security, and you're like, where are we? We keep looking and all that, and after I take my dump, we find out that we were in the Washington D.C. police headquarters taking a dump. It was funny. So to say I took a dump there, it's pretty memorable, and definitely smelled. No, I'm just joking. I'm just trying to gross a lot of you out really bad, but I did go to the bathroom there. That's all I'm gonna say. And so yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, god dang it. So that was pretty funny if you asked me. And then next to on to the highlight of my trip, the White House. Yeah, we got a tour booked for it actually. Had to book it a few months in advance. But we got to take a 45-minute self-tour of the White House, and we got to see a bunch of rooms like the library, the silver room. I don't think I took pictures of that. The green, red, and blue room. I got shots of the front lawn from the inside of the White House, which were really nice. And on to what oh my god, I hope Dallas Secret Service isn't watching my YouTube channel right now, which I don't think they are. But I took, okay, so you're allowed to take photos in the White House. I don't know if you guys knew that, but there had been a ban, but they lifted it, so I was like, okay, cool. And I went into the White House. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get some nice pictures and stuff, maybe a vid or two. Little did I know that you're not allowed to take videos in the White House. I got away with it. I took a 36-second video of the front entrance of the west wing of the, or east wing of the house. Hope to God Secret Service isn't watching this, because I could be in trouble. So I am actually going to delete that video like a good person. I'm not even going to show it to you guys because it's just wrong and not even fair. So I'm definitely deleting that video. And I would apologize to them. I did not know at the time what I was doing. But yeah, still was a pretty good video. And yeah, so also another funny thing was when we were waiting in line, this, like, okay, so there's, okay, if you've ever seen anything like the White House, you know that it is gated off, or you just use common sense. I just hit that shot. Let's go. But this is basically almost the end of the video. So I hit so I was gonna say I hit a shot. So we were waiting in line, and we were by the gate till I get into the White House, and like the gate where all the cars go in through. And there's this truck that pulls up. It was just like landscaping, and so like the Secret Service lady was like, okay, you're good, and she opened up the right gate to let the dude in, and then she opened up the left gate, but she hadn't hatched the right gate, so it swung open a little bit, and she just ran over and like held it back so like it wouldn't, so the truck wouldn't hit it. And while the truck is driving in, whack! the right gate comes slamming in on the truck side. So just so you know, that is your parents or your tax dollars at work right there. Now we have to pay for a new mirror for the dude in the new truck. So I thought that was really funny. I think they're really stupid. And yeah, that's just my opinion. Not exactly the sharpest tools in the shed for supposed to be protecting the President of the United States. But, you know, that's just how it goes. So, that is all I have for today's video. I just wanted to share that story with you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.